You have come to an hour where sentences feel heavy and explanations fall through your fingers. In this hour, hear a voice that does not rush you. Silence is not a verdict against you. It can be the cradle where your spirit rests from performing and begins to heal. I sit with you here, patient as dawn, steady as a hand that does not let go when the road grows narrow. Nothing in this quiet disqualifies you from being carried. You were told that significance requires volume, and that certainty must be loud to be trusted. But the truest things often arrive softly, without banners, without crowd applause. Truth can stand without costume. In the still room, honesty becomes possible. Burdens step out from behind bravado and ask to be tended. Bring me pauses without polish. Bring me the ache that vocabulary cannot hold. I do not need perfected speech to understand you. Consider how a harbor protects vessels from open water. The harbor is not the destination, and yet without it, journeys fail. Your silent hours are harbors. Here you repair torn nets and map routes with clearer sight. Here, courage learns to breathe, not because threats vanish, but because presence anchors you. You will sail again, and the sea will not own you. Hidden places carry their own liturgy. Beneath soil, a seed splits without witnesses. It remembers water and reaches for it with quiet insistence. Hope in you is learning the same direction. It is rediscovering the path to living water when the surface offers no proof. Let the hidden work continue. Roots laid in hush will hold you when wind returns. I am not disappointed by your quiet. I am not threatened by your lack of explanation. I did not call you to defend yourself in every room. I called you to be loved into wholeness, to be taught, to be guided. When words refuse to gather, presence can speak. Sit with me, and we will sort fear from wisdom until you can feel the difference in your bones. Memories sometimes play the prosecutor, rehearsing a history where you always fail and help never arrives. Those scripts are not my authorship. I am composing good through interrupted scenes and surprising delays. I do not require a flawless line of success to craft beauty from a page. I ask for consent, a heart willing to hand me the pen again after tears smudge the ink. Waiting trains attention. The hurried miss small rescues because they demand spectacle. You will begin to notice rescues that travel quietly. A door that does not open because it would have diminished you. A conversation that lands soft enough to heal. An invitation to rest that feels strangely brave. Keep record of these without superstition. They are the architecture of deliverance. When you ask for answers, I often offer companionship first. Companionship is a truer compass than a blueprint. It will not diagram every turn, but it will prevent you from being abandoned at any turn. Walk with me. We will examine options at human pace. You will recognize guidance by its fruit, steadiness that does not trample tenderness, clarity that does not bully, integrity that refuses shortcuts. The world exalts momentum that never pauses, and confidence that never hesitates. I bless humility that learns, courage that breathes, endurance that does not grow cruel. You are not machinery. You are a soul with seasons. Silence is one of them. In this season I am mending fibers frayed by striving so that abundance will not tear through them when it comes. Allow yourself to be held without providing a thesis. Let tears carry meaning where vocabulary cannot. I gather your sighs and return them to you as strength. I gather your questions and teach them patience until answers arrive without violence. Nothing genuine is wasted here. It is all being woven into wisdom you will carry with ease. Loneliness insists that your quiet has no witness, and that your effort disappears into air. It lies. I watch you sit on the edge of the bed and collect courage for another attempt. I notice the way you restrain anger so that gentleness can survive the hour. I honor the decision to pause instead of retaliate. These are quiet victories. Heaven keeps them not to weigh your worth, but to testify to grace at work. You are tempted to outrun grief so that observers will feel comfortable. I am not an observer. I am the healer. I will not hurry you into a mask that cracks by evening. I am pacing you for wholeness, gentleness that is not fragile, resilience that does not harden, hope that does not require denial. Trust the longer road. It will hold. When language for prayer is missing, use breath for prayer. Breathe in this truth. You are loved. Breathe out this burden. You do not have to earn it. Breathe in promise. Release panic. Let this simple practice carry you through minutes that feel unlivable. Language will return without strain, and you will speak from rest instead of dread. If this message is meeting you in the quiet, would you support the mission by tapping like, leaving a thoughtful comment, share this with someone who needs encouragement, and subscribe so you can walk with us in future words? Your support helps this ministry reach hearts that are waiting for hope. Return with me to the center where noise cannot command you. Let prayer be the porch where questions breathe and burdens rest. I am not grading eloquence. I am guarding your heart. In this communion, perspective rises gently. You will see farther without pretending the storm never happened. Remember rescues that arrived without announcement. A delay that spared you. A sentence that softened a hard moment. Clarity after sleep. These are ribbons of faithfulness threaded through hours that never made headlines. Keep them near. They are evidence that goodness walks your road, even when the road is quiet. When comparison tries to rename your silence as failure, answer with truth. Your worth is not measured by decibels or deadlines. It is measured by covenant, a promise that does not thin under weather. I call you beloved on loud days and on hushed ones, in triumph and in the ordinary. Wear that name until it becomes instinct again. I am forming in you the calm authority that changes rooms without raising volume. This authority allows others to set down armor and tell the truth. It does not manipulate, it ministers. It opens conversations that shame kept padlocked and loosens knots that argument only tightens. Carry it into your work and your rest. There are decisions ahead. Some paths will look efficient but leak peace. Others will look slow but water roots. Choose the way where peace companions wisdom. Choose counsel that warms and clarifies rather than flatters and confuses. I will confirm direction through the convergence of integrity, compassion, and clear sight. Follow that seam of goodness. As night returns, do not dread the hush. Let it be the chapel where you place the day into my keeping. Celebrate small obediences. Release what you could not complete. Entrust outcomes to the one who sees from first word to final line. Sleep is trust with your eyes closed, and trust will usher you into a tomorrow strong enough to be gentle. I am with you in the pause, present in the breath between thoughts, alive in the room others mistake for emptiness. Here I write courage that you will carry into morning. You will wake with steadier stride and kinder voice. You will discover that the hope you feared had vanished was never gone. It was growing in your silence all along. Let gratitude become your quiet craft. Thank me for breath that steadies, for insight that arrives without spectacle, for endurance that returns without trumpet. Gratitude keeps your sight clear until wonder becomes native again to ordinary places. In such vision, you will notice pathways you used to miss. I am arranging care that fits your design. Friendships that tell the truth kindly, work that honors your integrity, rest that restores without guilt. I will protect you from opportunities that require you to betray who you are becoming. Walk forward with a pace that keeps dignity intact. The future we are building prefers depth to display. Carry this assurance into the next hour. There is hope in your silence. It is not fragile. It bears weight. It carries tomorrow. It welcomes you home to yourself and to me. Walk forward with a calm heart. We are not finished. We are beginning in a better way. Before sleep, place every anxious scenario into my hands and whisper this truth. Uncertainty does not own you. Presence does. Let this sentence be a key you keep near. Use it whenever dread invents outcomes and calls them destiny. I will meet you at that door and escort you back to peace. Practice small returns tomorrow. A pause at the threshold, a breath before the reply, a moment of thanks at the sink. These returns keep your interior aligned with reality. You are accompanied, supplied, and guided. From such small habits, large steadiness grows. Silence can look as a locked room, yet it is often a greenhouse. Within it, fragile beginnings harden into strength. Patience becomes the light. Trust becomes the water. Humility becomes the soil. In due time, the green you thought was gone presses through and surprises even you. Do not despise the greenhouse. It is preparing a harvest that striving could not grow. You are learning the courage of gentleness, the kind that refuses to imitate the aggression of fear. This courage blesses instead of bludgeoning, repairs instead of performing, Waits instead of manipulating. Carry it into conversations. Let it guide your schedule. This quiet strength will open doors that force could only dent. I am cultivating discernment that senses the first stirring of peace the way sailors notice a change in wind. You will learn to trim your sails to what is true, to skirt storms that do not belong to you, to enter harbors that fit your vessel. This skill is not flashy, but it is priceless.